Hi guys, I'm Dr. Schwartz. This is Psych Talk and welcome to another edition of my book club. Today I am going to briefly talk about one of my very favorite books that I recommend for parents with kids who have OCD. Actually, interestingly, I recommend it for adults who have obsessive-compulsive disorder, who I've recently diagnosed or who I've recently met, who've been previously diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive disorder. And it never ceases to amaze me how often adults will come back to me, either parents or adults who I've recently met, and tell me, oh my gosh, I identify with everything in this book. It's just remarkable. So we will talk about this book right now. This book is called Freeing Your Child from Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder, and it is written by a psychologist who is named Tamar Chansky. It's been around for quite a number of years. I actually have to look up the publishing date. I'll put it in the description below. And I always like to say in my book reviews why I love a certain book. And this one specifically I love because just about universally I get patients and patients' parents coming back to me telling me how much clarity it gave them over the diagnosis of obsessive-compulsive disorder. But I'm also going to read to you the cover of this book, of the latest edition, because I think this is interesting. So on the cover, it makes several claims. It says that it's a step-by-step guide. It gives step-by-step guidelines to break the cycle of debilitating rituals, empower your child to take back control, maximize your child's recovery, whether they are on or off medication, and make sense of confusing symptoms. Now, here's a caveat. I mean, OCD is a very challenging diagnosis, and it can be sometimes difficult to treat. Not impossible, but challenging. So it's not, this is not a silver bullet. It doesn't fix everything. But I have to say, this book does offer all of those things. It really does. It gives very concrete, very specific instructions, particularly for parents who are trying to work with children around their obsessions and their compulsions. Oftentimes we get sucked into rituals, and because a child's anxiety is so high, parents will feed into the ritual and actually acquiesce a lot, and therefore actually make it worse. And this book is really clear on how to avoid that cycle and actually be more beneficial in the treatment, in a child's treatment. So I love it because of the feedback I get, but also because it's very clear, giving concrete, specific examples on how to help your child. But again, I also get a lot of feedback from adults who are diagnosed with OCD, and it gives them a tremendous amount of clarity. And I think there's a lot of comfort in that, in better understanding what's going on with you. So, Freeing Your Child from Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder by Dr. Chansky, and the link to the book is in my description below. I'm adding it as the second book in my book club this week, and I'm going to try and add at least one book, if not two books, every week. And these are books that I recommend to my patients all the time. Most of them I've recommended hundreds, if not thousands of times in the past, and had universally almost good reviews. Okay, that's it for now, and thanks for listening. If you like my videos, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button, the little bell, so that you don't miss anything. I'm Dr. Schwartz. This is Psych Talk. I'll talk to you next time.